Sometime in the next few years, you're going to walk into a store and there will be a sign at the register, "No cash accepted." Not card preferred, not accepted. And most people will shrug and tap their phone. But that little sign is part of the biggest change in how money works in over 100 years. And it affects you more than almost anyone, because the generation that remembers cash is the last generation that will have a choice about this. In the next 8 minutes, I'll show you what's really happening to physical money, who benefits when it disappears, and the 3 things smart people are doing right now before the choice gets made for them. Let's start with what's actually happening, because this isn't a prediction. It's a progress bar. In Sweden, cash is now used in fewer than 1 out of 10 purchases. Entire bank branches there no longer carry physical money at all. In the United States, cash payments have dropped by nearly half in just the last decade. Businesses are quietly going card-only because handling cash costs them money. Counting it, storing it, driving it to the bank, insuring it. Every year, thousands more registers stop taking bills. Nobody voted on this. It's just happening. One convenience at a time. And look, digital money is convenient. Nobody's arguing that. Tap, done. No change rattling in your pocket. But here's the question almost nobody stops to ask. What did we give up in the trade? 3 things. And the first one is privacy. Every digital payment creates a record. What you bought, where, when, how often. Your grocery list, your pharmacy runs, your late-night purchases, the bar you stopped at on a Tuesday. Alone, each transaction is nothing. Together, they're the most detailed diary of your life ever created, and you're not the one keeping it. Banks, payment processors, and data companies are. That data gets analyzed, packaged, and sold. Cash was the last purchase that left no footprint. When it goes, so does the last truly private thing you could do with your own money. The second thing we're giving up? Access. Here's the part that sounds boring until it happens to you. A digital-only system means your ability to buy things depends on systems working. In 2024, a single software update crashed payment systems around the world for a day. Stores couldn't sell. People stood in line with full carts and working cards. That didn't work. Now imagine that during a storm, a power outage, a cyber attack. Cash works when the power is out. Cash works when the network is down. A $20 bill in a drawer has a 100% uptime record. No app can say that. And the third thing, this is the one that matters most. Control. When your money is fully digital, it exists as numbers on someone else's computer. And numbers on someone else's computer can be frozen. Accounts get locked every day. Sometimes for fraud, sometimes by mistake, sometimes because an algorithm flagged something it didn't understand. Ask anyone who's had a bank account frozen how fun that week was. They didn't lose their money. They lost access to it. And in a world with no cash, losing access means losing everything, temporarily or not. The difference between "it's my money" and "it's my account balance" sounds small. It is not small. Now, quick pause. If this video is connecting some dots for you, do me one favor, hit that subscribe button. This channel exists for one reason: to help people over 40 understand what AI and the digital economy are actually doing to their money, their work, and their future. In plain English, twice a week. If that's worth having in your feed, you know what to do. Okay, because now we need to talk about the next phase. The part that's still ahead. Central bank digital currencies. Sounds technical, but the idea is simple. Instead of digital money issued by your bank, it's digital money issued directly by the government's central bank. Over 100 countries are researching or piloting one right now. China's version is already in the pockets of hundreds of millions of people. Europe is building one. The US is studying it. And to be fair, there are real arguments for it. Faster payments, lower fees, reaching people banks ignore. This is not a hidden evil plan. It's mostly governments trying not to fall behind. But a currency that is programmable is a currency that can carry rules. Money that could, in theory, expire if you don't spend it. Money that could be limited to certain purchases. Money where a stimulus payment could be set to only work for groceries, or only in your region, or only this month. None of that is happening in the West today, let me be clear. But the architecture makes it possible. And history has a very consistent lesson. Capabilities that exist eventually get used by someone. The time to understand a system is before you depend on it. not after. So, what do you actually do? 3 moves. None of them are extreme. All of them are things careful people have always done. 1. Keep some physical cash. Not under the mattress life savings, just a real emergency reserve. Enough to run your household for a couple of weeks if cards stopped working tomorrow. Think of it as insurance that costs nothing and never expires. The people who looked paranoid before every major outage looked prepared during it. 2. Don't keep everything in one system. Multiple accounts at different institutions, and know what it takes to move money between them. Diversification isn't just for investments, it applies to access itself. One frozen account should be an annoyance, not a catastrophe. 3, and this is the big one, stay literate. The people who get hurt in every financial transition are never the ones who resisted it or the ones who embraced it. It's the ones who ignored it. You don't have to love where money is heading, but you need to see it clearly, because every rule of thumb you learned about money was written for a world that's being rewritten right now. Here's the bottom line. Cash isn't disappearing because of a conspiracy. It's disappearing because convenience always wins. It's the most powerful force in economics. But convenience has a price tag, and the price is printed in very small letters. Privacy, resilience, and control. You don't have to opt out of the digital world. You just have to stop walking into it with your eyes closed. The generation that remembers cash is the last one that gets to decide what role it keeps. That's you. Use the vote while you have it, because the sign at the register isn't asking. And speaking of things quietly changing around your money, what AI is doing to the value inside your retirement account right now is a story even fewer people are paying attention to. That video is on your screen. Watch it next. You'll want to see it before your next statement.